everyone. Father Daniel here with another edition of Sabbath Reflections. We celebrate today, of course, the third Sunday of Advent. This is a special day in the course of the whole season. The church almost takes an opportunity to come up for air, as it were. The same happens in Lent, in Laetare Sunday, another word meaning rejoice in Latin, coming from the opening antiphon or hymn that's in the Missal. That is the book where the priest says Mass. And we celebrate Gaudete Sunday as a way of recognizing that the hope that we have in our hearts for the coming Messiah is a joyful one. It's not the apprehension that we have of waiting for case numbers on any particular day or what new problem 2020 will throw at us. This is a special sort of day in which we recognize that no matter the circumstances, we always have joy in our hearts because God has came to visit us. He is coming again, and in some sense, He's already with us, and His love surrounds us. Nevertheless, friends, we hear an interesting thing in today's gospel as we break open the Word, where St. John the Baptist, being pressured and questioned, as he himself is making way for the people of Israel to meet their Messiah, he's asked a question by the Pharisees, "What do you have to say for yourself?" This maybe doesn't strike you or I as very strange, as we all know that from time to time we are called to speak up for ourselves. We live in a culture right now that's very much self-centered. From one too many selfies to politicians, leaders, heads of corporations who think themselves above the law. I think it's safe to say we have a problem in our culture all over the world with narcissism. We've fallen in love with our own reflection. But here's the beautiful thing, and dare I say joyful thing. John the Baptist does not give in to that. If anything, he has nothing to say for himself, but only for the Messiah. Think of how tough that may have been for you or I. Here he was given the spotlight. All the so-called reporters of all the major newspapers, that is to say those who spoke for the people and gave them the news, the major players of the area that are of the religion of that area at the time, are there, microphone in hand, so to speak, waiting with bated breath for what John will say. But he draws zero attention to himself. If anything, he acts like a giant neon sign pointing the way to the Messiah, and so he answers them, "I am a voice crying out in the desert, make way the straight of the Lord." Friends, that's what it's about, making straight the way of the Lord. Recognizing, as John the Baptist will later say, "I must decrease and he must increase." We can't be both Christian and narcissistic, friends. We can't both pretend to serve our God and at the same time seek to serve ourselves. Instead, ask yourself this question this Advent. Does your life, your actions, your words, if your life right now as you live it were an advertisement, what would it be advertising? Whom would it glorify? And would you convince the watchers of the product you're selling? Think about that for a moment. Friends, we should always bring a joyful witness of our Lord, never a selfish witness of ourselves or what we're capable of. Because as we know, at the very end of the day, even the great talents that we do have were given to us. We are complete gift, and therefore meant to be gift to others. And so, friends, on this day when we celebrate the joy of knowing God's love, let us not be too forgetful that His love has brought everything we have, and that we have no one to glorify but Him. God bless you. Happy third Sunday of Advent. I hope you can light the rose-colored candle on your Advent wreath at home, and in some way rejoice in this day, because again, God, who John the Baptist knew very well, is one in whom we rejoice, because with Him we have everything, and without Him, nothing. God bless you. Take care.